Hello everyone and welcome to a brand new video of Apple Check. And as you saw in the intro, yes, we do have a new intro. And hopefully you like this video. And this video is about a comment idea that was down below that said, why don't you compare the MacBook Pro and the MacBook Air? And I'm like, all right, I'm taking that idea since I said comment down below ideas. And that was actually a very good idea. Also, if you guys have any idea or any video that you want to see in this channel, please comment it down below. And also, if you want to see a video made in Spanish, I would do it if you guys comment it down below. Or if you say, want to watch a video in Spanish or something, I'll do it. Porque yo puedo hablar español. Y si quiere ver un video en español, por favor, escríbenlo en los comentarios abajo. Gracias. So, let's go about and start this video. We're going to start off with the MacBook Pro. And to start off, I have actually an old MacBook Pro that I have here. Here is my old MacBook Pro. It has the old CD port here. And as you can see here, it has the old ports. It's pretty old. And also, let me open it up. Yeah, it's pretty thick as well. It's like a book size thick. So yeah. But we're not going to talk about an old MacBook Pro that was made in 2015. We're going to talk about a new one that was made in 2020. So, let's get on to the part of the MacBook Pro. Also, a quick info. There's an upcoming video that I am going to work hard for you guys, but just a little preview of what's going to be about. Let's just say I ordered something that's coming this week, and it's a continuation of a series that I started. Also, if you like this video, and if you like my other videos, please hit the subscribe button. Also give a thumbs up in this video, and stay tuned for the upcoming video that's coming very soon. Thank you. Alright, so let's see the aspects or a quick look of the MacBook Pro. Here we go. It has a 13.3 Retina display. It has an 8-core Apple M1 chip, which is Apple's newest chip for their computers. Also, it has 2 TB storage, and also it has 16 gigabytes of unified memory. It has up to 20 hours of battery life, and it has a touch bar and a touch ID. Now, let's go to the display and more in depth of the display. It has a 13.3 inch, as we talked about. It has an LED black lit display with an IPS technology. It has 2560 by 1600 pixels and 500 nits of brightness. It also has white color and it has True Tone technology. So let's go down to the size and weight. The height of this MacBook Pro is 0.61 inches. The width of it is 11.97 inches. And the depth of the MacBook Pro is 8.36 inches. And the weight of it is 3.0 pounds. It also has a 720p FaceTime HD camera. And it also has audio, which it has stereo speakers with high dynamic range, a wide stereo sound. It has also a studio quality 3 mic array. And it has a 3.5 millimeter headphone jack. It also has a keyboard and a trackpad. Also with wireless Bluetooth 5.0 technology. And it has 2 Thunderbolt / USB 4 ports. And it has Siri and, audio, FaceTime, video calling, and stuff like that. Which is not the main part of this computer, but it's still important. But we're just going into the details of what makes it different from the MacBook Air. Now that we know the basics of the MacBook Pro, let's see. It has a starting base price from $1,299, and it comes in two finishes, silver and also space gray. So let's see about its, I guess, cousin or maybe brother, or I really don't know, but like in the MacBook family, let's see its cousin, MacBook Air. We have the MacBook Air. It has the M1 processor chip, and it has a 13.3 Retina display. It has a 8-core Apple M1 chip. It has 16 gigabytes of unified memory. It has a 2 TB storage, up to 18 hours of battery life, and it also has Touch ID. Now, let's go on to the display. So it has, like we previously said, a 13.3-inch LED backlit display with IPS technology, Retina display, a 2560 by 1600 pixels, a 400 nits brightness, wide color, and a true tone technology. As you can see, you might have heard a difference in this MacBook Air because it has 400 nits of brightness, and on the MacBook Pro, it has 500 nits of brightness. And let's go into the size and weight. The height of the MacBook Air is in between 0.16 inches and 0.63 inches. Also, on the width, it has 11.97 inches, like the MacBook Pro, and the depth is 8.36 inches, like the Pro. And also, the weight is a bit, lighter since it's the Air, and it's 2.8 pounds. And also, the camera has a 720p FaceTime HD camera, and it has stereo speakers. It has a wide stereo sound, and it has a 3 mic array with directional beamforming. It also has a 3.5 millimeter headphone jack. As we said previously, it has a keyboard and a trackpad, and it has a wireless Bluetooth technology, and it has 2 Thunderbolt/USB 4 ports. It has a Touch ID sensor, and it has video calling, FaceTime, audio, auto calling, Siri, and all the basics that we need for this computer. So this was a brief part of both computers, but what if you have to go to college, or what if you use it for work and you're like, okay, but which one should I use, and which one fits for me? And that's what we're going to talk about. So let's go into comparing and contrasting both models and which one works perfectly for your type of work. Now, we have the MacBook Pro 13 as we're going to use it as our first example. Let's talk. There are two finishes or sizes of the MacBook Pros. There's a 13-inch and a 16-inch. The 13-inch and the 16-inch are basically like bigger in size, but they almost have like the same things in them. And honestly, the MacBook Pro is a bit more costlier, stating that the 13-inch MacBook Pro starts at $1,299, while the 16-inch is at $1,499, which is, you can see the price difference. But if you're willing to spend money on your MacBook Pro, then go ahead. All means, you can do it because it's whatever one fits for you. Now, I would say if you're a college student and if you want an affordable computer for you, because I know it's kind of like hard for college students, and they might not have the best money around, but I would totally recommend a MacBook Air just because it's light and portable, and you could take it anywhere, and it's pretty much for like student use, which I would totally recommend. I currently use a MacBook Air, and I love the MacBook Air. Now, the MacBook Pro is a bit heavier, and I would say it would be recommendable for people that like editing or do like hardcore work that needs a lot of capacity for gigabytes or like for the speed of their computer. I'm not saying that the MacBook Air is slow or anything, but this is basically for like work that doesn't require so much heavy duty. And the MacBook Air is like for college students or for people that want that type of computer that fits into their affordable range. And it's also a really nice computer. And even though it doesn't have a touch bar, it still has the Touch ID, which is very, very like really nice because you don't have to be typing your password. You can just once finger scan and you're in. Now for the MacBook Pro, it does have a touch bar, but it'll just make a difference if you really want it. I mean, it just gets rid of the volume button and also probably the brightness buttons as well. And I'm not sure if what else it gets rid of, but there's like a bar. So that would be pretty new to learn how to use it. But I'm guessing if you really want to go in depth of their MacBook Pro, it's very, really good for people that have to use it. And also the finishes on the MacBook Air are space gray. Also, it has silver and it has gold. And compared to the MacBook Pro, only has two finishes with space gray and silver. So if you want like a different color computer or laptop, then you have three finishes on the MacBook Air and I only have two finishes on the MacBook Pro, which might not seem a big deal, but for some of you that want a little bit of more customization in your computer, I might as well go with the MacBook Air if you're a little bit more artsy or a little thing that defines you in the color. But if you don't, it's perfectly fine because everything fits what Apple wants you to pick. So if you want that type of computer, Apple made that computer for you. Or if you want another type of computer, Apple or any other company made a perfect computer for you. Now, hopefully we got into understanding of the MacBook Air and the MacBook Pro, but I will go in depth of more information if you need any down below in the comments, or if you have any questions, feel free to comment down below as well. Thank you for watching this video and I hope you have a nice day.